When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
All right, Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Whoa!
Is this little Becky?
Birthday cake comes in. It is so cute. My dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa, have you tried the new bacon ones?
There are bacon ones?
Pizza.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for game 1 of 2 this afternoon here at Delta, as it'll be ICC and Mississippi Delta in non-conference action this afternoon. ICC on the road, as we said, filling in, helping out our good friend Jason Connor down here at Mississippi Delta, as they've also got softball going on here a little bit here, as we're getting set for that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch. And it's on its way. It's going to run high and inside, and it comes your way at 12:06. That's a 12:06 Guaranteed Bank first pitch here at Mississippi Delta. So to be Treadaway, Jackson, and McCarthy due up here for the Indians. This first pitch swung on, popped up. Windy afternoon, could be trouble out there in right field, but the right fielder will come up, squeeze it, and get the out. We'll give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works lineups in the exchange of the innings, as there is one out now. And this is going to be the DH, Bryson Jackson, coming to the plate here for the Indians. Sit back, relax, and grab an ice-cold Coke and get set for 2 this afternoon here on the ICC Sports Network. We'll try to check in on softball, who is playing right down the street from us here, as Jackson will dig in, looks at that pitch high and inside for a ball. Well, typically, Dr. Brad Boggs joins us on the broadcast, but he's back having to work hard on the final day of the week here before spring break, as that pitch is up high, ball 2. This is Cagle in the circle here for Delta. He's working with one out and nobody on here. Jackson at the plate. And Jackson pops this one a mile high here, but it's going to get back and out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you can help contribute to ICC baseball by visiting iccms.edu/Indian Club. So 2-1 count, breaking pitch, and it's outside. 3-1 now is the count. And this one popped up, back and out of play, and that will make it a count go full now at 3-2. So full count here to Jackson. One out. Nobody on here in the top of the first for the Indians. Cagle looking for his first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Pitch on its way. And this one's going to be popped up. Could be trouble. Center fielder's going to track on it and will make the play. Nice job coming in and cleaning things up there. As we said, the windy today, so the ball's not going to fly as deep in the ballpark as you may be used to seeing. And that time looked like it just held it up a little bit and was able to run underneath it out there in center field for out number 2. This will be McCarthy coming to the plate now here for the Indians. See if he can spark a 2-out rally. McCarthy playing in right field. Listen to that first pitch, breaking pitch. Finds the corner for strike one. 0-1 now is the count here to McCarthy. You hear the wind picking up here. As there's going to be a grounder, it's going to be foul, and that'll even things up here at 1-1. I'm Adam Gore. You got Raphael Henry running the camera for us today. Cal Brown running our social media, but also doing PA for the ball game today. 1-1 pitch. Not sure where that one misses. It looked pretty good there, but the umpire, I guess, saying too high and outside for his liking. As 2-1 now is the count. So McCarthy at the dish. Trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians. That one high for a ball. Wait for the umpire to show the count. I've got it at 3-1. The scoreboard showing 2-2. That one in the dirt. So apparently it was 2-2. So now to go 3-2. So now the count full here on McCarthy. That's where Jackson got to and flew out to center field. Pitch coming. Breaking pitch, and it's a beauty. In there for strike three. A Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning there. And boy, I tell you what, that one was absolute beautiful there on the bender. Got McCarthy looking for a 3-up, 3-out inning there for the Indians. Well, let's keep it here real quick and give you today's starting lineup being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. And let's start with the Indians. You've already met the first three batters of the day. It was Treadaway at second. The DH is Jackson, and McCarthy is in right field. 4 through 9 looks like this. Butler at first base, Collier catching. Kent is the shortstop. Green is out in center field. Stallnaker is in left field, and Ferris will be at third base. Ware is pitching this afternoon for the Indians. For Delta, it'll be Gonzalez at second base. Rogers out in right field. Bridges is the center fielder. Diaz is catching. Counts is the first base. Oswalt is at third base. Turner is the shortstop. Neal will be your DH. And Barajas will be out in left field. And we've already talked about Cagle is your pitcher today for Delta. And so Ware will take his warm-up tosses, and we'll take a timeout and hear from Coke and be back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back as Ware continues to take his warm-up tosses here at Mississippi Delta. Take a look at some stats on Brock this season. These stats being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, helping you get back in the game. Look them up and find out how they can help you get back in your game. That's the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Brock Ware with a 2.78 ERA. He's 2-1 on the year. This will be his 6th appearance of the season. He's pitched 22 2/3 innings, has given up 12 hits, 11 runs, 7 of those earned. He has walked 12 and is second on the team with 26 strikeouts on the season. Those are your stats being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Ground ball, diving stop over at third. Throw across the way is in time. Nicely done over there at third base. That was Ferris, as I couldn't get switched quick enough to show you the stop there, but that will be out number 1, and this will now be Avery Rogers, the right fielder, coming to the plate here for Delta. Cloudy afternoon, breezy, rain expected tomorrow. That's the reason why softball got moved up today. As that pitch going to miss low for ball 1. This is Rogers, the right fielder, at the plate here for Delta. Get you a little bit more gnat sound today since it's just me talking, so you won't get too bored. That pitch missing. 2-0 now is the count to Rogers. ICC 12-6 on the season, and that pitch outside 3-0. Delta comes in with a record, I believe, of 2-9 on the year. Yep. That pitch missing for a ball, so that'll be a walk. A one-out walk issued to Rogers, our first base runner of the day for either team. And that's something that the Indians have been struggling with this year, is free passes. And that was the first of the afternoon. And now this will be Bridges, the center fielder, coming to the plate here with one out and a runner on first. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Of course, for those that are used to watching, it's typically a home game that we're broadcasting. So we are on the road with baseball today. That pitch missing low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. Bridges at the plate. Rogers at first. It was a ground out by Gonzalez on a nice diving stop over at third. And that pitch missing for a ball. So Ware struggling to find the zone right now, as he's behind the count 2-0 here to Bridges. Bridges crowding the plate a little bit more here. Awaiting the 2-0 offering here from Ware. That one right down the middle. Smart take that time by Bridges, as that was 6 pitches in a row before Ware was able to find the zone there. So taking the whole way that time. 2-1 now is the count here to Bridges. Snap throw over to first, not in time as he dove back without a tag. So no issue there, just trying to keep Rogers honest. There's a grounder. It's going to be to the left side. That's going to get through and find its way through for a base hit. The runner will hold up at second. So a nice piece of hitting there by Bridges. That is, according to the stats on him, his 7th hit of the year. Don't know that all the stats have been entered for Delta this season. And so that's going to be a hit there. So now runners on first and second. And this is the catcher, Diaz, coming to the plate here for Delta. Trying to strike early here are the Trojans. One out, runners at first and second here. And that pitch clips the corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Diaz. Indians went quietly in the top half of the first. 3 up, 3 down. There's one out. Runners on first and second now here for the Trojans. And Diaz batting in that 4th spot. Catching is at the plate. He calls for time, and the umpire will give it to him. But we talk about a breezy day. It's also not a bad chilly day, but one of those days you need a light jacket. So temperatures will continue to drop throughout the day as the wind will not slow down any here. Of course, that pitch gets away, and there's a deep backstop here, so runners will be able to advance on the wild pitch. So great opportunity now here for the Trojans. As it looks like Collier and Ware want to come out and try to talk to each other, get each other on the same page. Those two guys, they'll be following each other to the next level as they'll be heading to Delta State next season. So with one out, 1-1 is the count. Diaz at the plate. Ware's pitch. Breaking pitch, and it's outside for a ball. 2-1, or excuse me. Yeah, 2-1 now is the count. There's going to be a flare, and it's going to be over the head of the first baseman. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and this will go for a double for Delta. And that's a big-time clutch hit there for the Trojans. An RBI double by Diaz just blistered that one over the head of the first baseman. And that walk comes back to haunt the Indians, as they were able to cash in on that one And so now, still with only one out in the inning, this will be Counts coming to the plate. He'll dig in with the runner at second. Sends that one right back, and it's off the leg of Ware. And the throw across the way is not in time, and not really a whole lot you could do there, as that one just came off the leg of Brock, and he seems to be okay as he was kind of walking that one off. So that will be a single for Counts. And boy, this is a great start to the contest here for the Trojans, as now they've got runners on the corners, as Coach McCrory going to come out and check on his pitcher here, as we'll take a break with them and be back with more right after this.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
So just a very short meeting there is where let Coach McCrory know that he was okay, and the umpires come in and check on him as well, so he's going to battle that one out. Boy, I tell you what, it's going to be one of those that's going to smart tomorrow, if not sooner, for Brock, as that one hit him solid in the back of the leg here. So it's that push-off leg as well, so we'll see if he's able to battle through this. It's that pitch missing low for a ball. This is Oswalt, the third baseman, at the plate. One out, runners on the corners. It was a two-run double by Diaz, who sits at third right now. That's made it a 2-0 game here in favor of the Trojans. And that pitch missing low and outside. 2-0 is the count. Hear that wind still picking up here at the ballpark. It's whipping all different ways. So it's going to be quite the adventure with any fly ball hit high enough into the air in the outfield. As you're going to see probably a lot of the outfielders, even some of the high pop flies in the infield, could be some headaches today for both these teams. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to Oswalt, the third baseman. And that pitch, woo, called a strike, as Collier had to stretch out and reel that one back in. So we'll say that's a break for the Indians there. 2-2 now is the count here on Oswalt. So Brock staring down the signals. Runners on the corners with only one out. Indians would love to find two here if they got a Little Caesars double play in them. And this is going to be a fly ball. Should be deep enough to score the run, as the right fielder will camp underneath it. They're going to test his arm. The throw will be cut off. Or no, actually they'll let it roll in. And so that will be a sacrifice fly on the part of Oswalt. That does score the run. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Reminded you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. 3-0 now is the score. And this will bring up the seventh batter of the inning, and this is going to be Turner, the shortstop. 2 outs, runner on first. And fastball finds the corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Turner. So 0-1 is the count to Turner. Ware on the heel. Dribbler up the middle. Shortstop will come up and lays it. Just misses it. And that will be an E6 on the play, and that will extend the inning here. And the nightmare continues for the Indians. So error on the play. And now that will put runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Neal coming to the plate. Neal, the DH, batting in the 8th spot for the Trojans. So a great start here if you're a Trojan fan watching this afternoon. As Neal will dig in and wait the pitch. That one up high for a ball. This will be the 8th batter of the inning here for the Trojans. Trying to build on this 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Breaking pitch, and it's a beauty. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Delta leads this one 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. That pitch missing outside for a ball. So 2-1 now is the count. Indians trying to find the exit. Trojans hoping to keep things going in their favor here early on in this one. And that pitch missing low and outside. Just looks like Brock might be just overthrowing a little bit here. Needs to take a deep breath and get refocused and throw strikes like we know he can. So 3-1 now is the count here to the DH, Neal. Ware checks the runner at second, now delivers. This is going to be foul back off the netting, and now the count will go full at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners at first and second here for the Trojans. Runners will be in motion on this pitch. And that's ball 4. Load the bases here. And this will be the 9th batter of the inning. Coming up to the plate here for the Trojans. Baharaz will come to the plate. So he will dig in, batting in that 9 spot. So again, the Indians still trying to find the exit here. Ducks on the Pond, that's being brought to you by Samstown Market in Manatee. Looking for something to cook up this weekend, maybe throw on the grill. If the weather is allowing, it's going to warm up a little bit. Could be raining, but go by and see the fine folks there at Samstown Market in Manatee. Foul ball for strike 1. That pitch finds the corner for strike 2. So 0-2 is the count here to Barajas. Here the wind picking up once again. It's blowing basically into the batter's face. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Renaissance Bank strikeout. They're wanting to check it to see if the catcher caught it. And they're going to appeal and talk this one over. So we're going to keep it here for a moment to see what they're going to say. Is they're trying to say if the catcher caught it or not in that situation. Well, bases were loaded. And they're going to continue to talk this one over here. And continue to talk it over. And they're going to say the strikeout stands. So it's going to be 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and bases left loaded in the bottom of the first. Great start for the Trojans. We're going to take a timeout. Be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Move now to the top of the second inning. ICC trailing this one 3-0 after an impressive start to the contest for the Trojans, as this will be Butler to start us off here, and he takes a look at those first 2 pitches in there for strikes. Butler, Collier, and Kent scheduled up here. So waiting the 0-2 offering here to Butler, and he swings and misses for the strikeout, the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, back-to-back for Cagle of Delta. And quickly, 3 pitches and an out, and this will bring up Stone Collier to the plate here for the Indians. Collier catching here in the first of 2 games this afternoon. He's batting in that 5 spot. This is that first pitch. High for a ball. Kent on deck for the Indians. ICC is yet to find a base runner as that pitch up high for a ball. They went 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first, and a strikeout to start the second half. We'll recap the scoring from the bottom half of the inning here after this pitch. Collier pops this one up, back, and it should get out of play, and it will. And so 2-1 will go the count. Well, it was a ground out on a nice play over at third to start the bottom of the first, and a walk and a single, and then a 2-run double by Diaz. Put them up 2-0, and then Diaz came around to score on a sacrifice fly by Oswalt. Indians thought they were going to get out of the inning. It was an error, then a walk to load the bases, and then ICC found a Renaissance Bank strikeout to get out of the inning with minimum damage done as Stone Collier is hit by the pitch. And so he will head down to first for the first base runner of the afternoon for the Indians. So this will be Kent coming to the plate now. He's playing shortstop. There's 1 out in the inning here. ICC would like to find at least a way to scratch across 1 run here in the top half of the inning to claw their way back into this one. Delta sent 9 to the plate in the first inning. Cagle's pitch, a little high and outside. Nice frame job that time, just couldn't get the umpire to bite on it. 1-0 now is the count here to Kent. Kent comes into the series batting .407 on the year. He's got 22 hits, which is second on the team, behind 23 from McCarthy and Treadaway. That pitch high for ball 2. So Kent awaiting the pitch, and that one hit him. So back-to-back hit batters here has got the Indians in business with runners on first and second now with only 1 out. And this is going to bring Green to the plate here for the Indians. And Coach Collier going to call time real quick and rally his guys in here. So during this break, we're going to take the break with them and be back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back. Just a quick brief meeting over there on the side as Coach Collier called time. Don't know if he might have saw something where a pitcher's tipping his pitch or maybe just wanted to kind of get some life back in the Indians. It's not been too loud over there on the dugout as Houston Green now at the plate. 286 on the season for Green. He's got 12 hits. That pitch in there for a strike. There's 1 out. Back-to-back hit batters for Cagle. He's got runners on first and second. There's going to be a flare out to the right side. Right fielder's going to give chase, and it will be a foul ball. And so we'll come back with that one just being a long strike there. And 0-2 is the count. As we said, wind is whipping, so if you get something in the air, could cause some problems this afternoon. Hasn't really seen anything yet, but you can hear it gusting at times, so you just never know when you get one of those oddball wind gust out here in the Delta. 0-2 now is the count. Green looks at that pitch high for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss there if you're Cagle. As had a pitch to waste. Couldn't get him to chase a high fastball. 1-2 now is the count. Again, runners at first and second. Both those guys reaching after being hit by a pitch. That's Collier and Kent. And that one runs inside. He's going to call it strike three. Umpire did not hesitate on that one as he pulled the chain there. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Cagle. And so now 2 outs in the inning. Runners still at first and second. And Stallnaker, the left fielder, going to come to the plate. Some of the ICC faithful not too thrilled with that last strike call. Stallnaker rips one. That's going to get past a diving second baseman. They're going to ask Collier to score from second. The throw was in time but didn't apply the tag. Boy, a big-time break there for the Indians. As the catcher had it, all he had to do was turn around and tag Collier. Instead, threw to third. And so that will go for a single advance on the throw. Will get the RBI. And so now ICC with runners at second and third with still 2 outs here. And this is going to be Ferris at the plate. He takes that first pitch in there for a strike. So a big-time break there for the Indians. As Ferris enters this series, batting .214 on the season. He's got 6 hits. Would love to find his second here. Could possibly plate 2. As that one fouled off into the dugout. And we'll hop over the dugout, actually. So 0-2 now is the count. Yeah, he's got 6 hits, 7 RBIs. Be an opportune time to find his 7th hit and maybe 8-9 RBI on the season. That pitch outside for a ball. Again, not a bad spot to miss, up 0-2 in the count. Couldn't get him to chase one there, so Ferris will have to dig back in here. Got a 1-2 offering here. Right back up the middle, and this could score 2. If it does, it'll tie the ball game. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and a big-time clutch hit there with 2 outs by Ferris. So ICC has battled back to tie this one up. 3-0 now. As that was a 2-run single by Ferris. So we talked about the walks coming back to haunt the Indians. Well, those 2-hit batters now haunting the Trojans here as ICC answers with a 3 spot so far here in the second. That pitch high and inside for ball 1. So this back to the line, top of the lineup here is Treadaway. Listen to that pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. He flew out to right in his only appearance so far in the contest. Thought about that one, and woo, good looking pitch there, but caught a ball. It's going to be one of those sporadic strike zones today, folks, so buckle up and get ready for a fun one. 3-0 now is the count here to Treadaway. And that's going to be ball 4, so he will head down to first. That's going to be the first walk of the day issued by Cagle. And so now ICC will have runners on second and first. And this will be Jackson coming to the plate. He flew out to center, part of that 3-up, 3-down first inning. So the Indians trying to extend the inning here. That's Jackson batting .281 on the season. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike. Nice job by Cagle to come back and find the zone there after issuing that quick walk last time down. 0-1 is the count. Breaking pitch, and it's right back up the middle. Second baseman, though, will find it and throw it over for the out. Don't know if the pitcher's glove might have touched it a little bit, but a nice job over there at second to step in front of that one and get the out. But not before the Indians answer with a 3 spot of their own. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote?
Ugh, it's under her arm.
I'm gonna go for it.
So close.
Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the second inning. Indians answer a 3-run bottom of the first with 3 runs in the top half of the second to tie us up here at 3. And we go back to the top of the lineup here for the Trojans. Gonzalez, Rogers, and Bridges scheduled up here. Delta sent 9 batters to the plate in the first inning. Swing on the first pitch he sees. And this is what we're talking about. The way that wind is blowing today, folks. That ball started off in center field and ended up in right, as that's going to be a fly out in right field. So it is blowing in and your screen right in the situation. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you're looking for there if you're an ICC fan. As now this will bring Rogers to the plate. He walked, advanced on a wild pitch, and eventually scored part of that 3-run bottom of the first. Stands in, takes that first pitch in there for strike 1. Well, as we mentioned, softball playing today here on campus at Mississippi Delta. There's a ground ball, foul ball. 0-2 now is the count. We'll try to take some looks at that game throughout the afternoon. Of course, both these games, division play starts on Wednesday. For baseball, it starts on Wednesday. Softball will travel to Gulf Coast on Tuesday to open conference play. So that pitch missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. Where's pitch? And that's a beautiful breaking pitch, and the umpire actually turned his head before the ball got to the catcher. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here for the Trojans. Brock Ware getting set to deliver the pitch. Swung on, found a piece of it, fouled it back, and we'll sit at 2-2. Sorry about that. We had someone come in, needed to move the van. Okay, so a strike 3 for a Renaissance Bank strikeout, the second of the game for Ware. And now this is going to be Bridges. He singled and scored a run. And his only a bat so far in the game. Apologize about that. As we said, had someone coming up here saying we need to move our van, so we're just getting everything squared away real quick. Bridges playing in center field. Woo, that one going to knock him back a little bit. And he is quickly ahead in the count here, 3-0. So Ware going to have to settle down a little bit, see if he can find the strike zone. Imagine the red light to be on for Bridges here. It was, and Bridges kind of paused for a second and will take the walk. So a 2-out walk issued there to Bridges, and now this will bring Diaz up to the plate.
Now batting number 12, Genesis Junior Diaz.
So Diaz will dig in. He had that 2-run double and eventually came around to score part of that 3-run bottom of the first inning for the Trojans. See if he can come up with another clutch hit here for Delta. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Diaz shaking his head, looking at Ware, saying good pitch. 0-1 is the count. Runner at first. Another breaking pitch. Couldn't catch up with that one. 0-2 now is the count here on Diaz. So no balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. ICC looking for the exit. That pitch falling off the table a bit too soon. Not a bad spot to miss there for Ware, especially after getting him chasing that last pitch that was outside. Now the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first here for the Trojans. We're in the bottom of the second. Game 1 of 2 this afternoon. Runner goes. Throw down is not going to be in time, and so that will be a stolen base for Bridges. Picked the perfect pitch to steal on that time. It's a little bit of off-speed pitch. See if he can get him ahead of the pitch, but swinging ahead of it, but instead 2-2 now is the count to Diaz. And that pitch missing low. So 3-2 now is the count. 2 outs in the inning. ICC trying to get out of the inning here with no damage done. Payoff pitch coming here from Ware. In there. Oh, my goodness. No idea where that one missed. I guess he's going to say it was up a little bit. And so that will be back-to-back walks, and not trying to be a homer in that sense. We've also seen the Trojans pitcher throw what I thought was strike 3 a couple times as well that has been called a ball. So as Steve Diffie likes to say, sometimes you just want them consistent, even if they're consistently inconsistent. As this ball popped up, center fielder going over and calling everyone off and will make the play. And so ICC gets out of the inning with no damage done. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the top of the 3rd inning. Where to be McCarthy, Butler, and Collier due up for the Indians. Back with more right after this.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Here.
Are you looking for a place?
That creates lifelong friendships.
A place that feels like home.
A place that drives you to new opportunities.
That teaches you skills to improve.
A place that sets the standard.
That challenges you to be better every day.
A place full of opportunity.
We are that place. We are Itawamba Community College, and you belong here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as we head to the top of the 3rd inning, ICC able to score 3 in the top of the 2nd to tie us up. That's where we're at right now in this one, as it'll be McCarthy, Butler, and Collier scheduled up here for ICC. As McCarthy struck out looking to end the 1st, Butler struck out swinging, and Collier was hit by a pitch. Cagle on the hill today. That first pitch missing for a ball. We'll have to kind of just wait and see what is called, as this pitch powered a mile high. Center fielder, now right fielder, trouble. Man, that just shows you how much the wind is carrying the ball today, folks, as that was a fly ball that started off in center, ended up over at right, and so that will be the first out of the inning. And so one away now, and this will bring Butler to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike one. 0-1 is the count with one out. Nobody on here for the Indians. Cagle doing a good job. I mean, he's only given up 2 hits. It was those 2 hit batters that really come back and haunt him. And part of that 3-run inning is that pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here for the Indians in the top of the third. This one hit hard. Center fielder is going to charge over and able to make the play. And that one tattooed well, but basically a line out to center in that situation. So quickly 2 away now, and this will bring Stone Collier back to the plate here for the Indians as he was hit by a pitch and scored a run, part of that 3-run top of the second for the Indians. That pitch, breaking pitch, finds the corner of the plate for a strike. 0-1 is the count. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Pitch on its way. This one popped up. First baseman calling everyone off. Now the second baseman is going to come over and make the play for a 3-up, 3-down inning of the Indians there in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
All right, Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Whoa!
Is this little Becky?
Birthday cake comes in. It is so cute. My dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa, have you tried the new bacon ones?
There are bacon ones?
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the third inning. Oswald, Turner, and Neal scheduled up here for the Trojans of Mississippi Delta. That first pitch in there for a strike. Ware still on the heel here for the Indians. That pitch up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Oswald playing third base. Had a sacrifice fly to right to score a run, part of that 3-run first inning. Breaking pitch hangs up a little high there. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. We mentioned this is not a conference matchup. These teams will meet later on in the year in Fulton. So that pitch runs in high. 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike. No outs here as Oswald starts this off. Pops this one up, back and out of play. And now the count will go full at 3-2. That hit something solid. I don't know if it was a vehicle. Ralph, is that where you moved the van to? 3-2 pitch, and it's going to miss outside for a ball. Well, the reason why I say that hit something solid, it sounded like it bounced off a bat, is what it sounded like. And you heard a ooh out of the crowd. So a leadoff walk. And this will be Turner, who reached on an error. And his only at bat so far this afternoon. 3-3 is your score here. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Delta's going to square to show bunt, then they throw over to first, not in time. So we'll sit as ICC wants to go over their bunt coverage defense here. We'll see if they keep the bunt on. Clouds continue to move into the area. As we said, rain expected over the weekend. Showed bunt, pulls back, and it's going to be stopped by the shortstop, but not going to have a play. He's going to have to eat it. Smart play, I'm going to say, by the shortstop there, because if he tries to force that throw, probably gets away, and the runner's going to advance from second to third without an issue. So just a smart decision to eat that one and keep the runners at first and second in that situation, as that will go down for a single for Turner. So runners at first and second now, and this will be Neal, the DH, coming to the plate. He drew a walk. That loaded the bases back in the first, and then ICC got a strikeout to end the inning. He's going to show bunt again this time. They showed it last time, then pull back and swing away, and this time the bunt stayed on. Wild pitch will get away, and that will allow the runners to advance. So much like the first inning, the third inning right now, everything going the way of the Trojans here. That pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Here the wind starting to pick up once again here at the ballpark. No outs here with runners at second and third. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Nice job by Ware to come back and find the zone. He misses up now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Indians need an out in a big way here. That one's fouled back off the support pole, and now the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs is the situation here. Pitch on its way, and that one's going to be outside. 2-2 now is the count. You've got Oswald at third, Turner at second. They both got there after a wild pitch. Breaking pitch is fouled off into the parking lot, and we'll sit at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Great opportunity here for the Trojans to break open this tied contest with runners in scoring position. 2-2 pitch. This one fouled off and out of play. And we'll stay at 2-2 once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and again, no outs. It was a walk to Oswald to start the inning, a single by Turner. It was stopped by the shortstop, but he didn't have a play, so he wisely held on to it. As that pitch missing high and outside for a ball. 3-2 now is the count here to Neal. So the count is full. First base is open in this situation. Ware's pitch. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Neal goes down looking for the first out of the inning. And this will bring up Barajas to the plate. He struck out swinging to end the first. Looking to redeem himself here with runners at second and third and 1 out here in the inning. 3-3 contest here in the bottom of the third. Pitch missing low and inside for a ball. Some darker clouds starting to move into the area. Didn't think to check the forecast here to see what the rain chances were. As this pitch popped back and out of play, 1-1 now will be the count. I said the softball game was originally scheduled for Saturday. It was moved up because of the rain chances, so clearly wasn't much, if any, chances of rain today with them moving it up a day. Breaking pitch is outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Barajas. So waiting the 2-1 offering here from Ware. In there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. Runners at second and third here for the Trojans. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Tied contest at 3. And that pitch missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. So looking for the payoff pitch here from Ware. And Barajas just did a good job of finding a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive here. And we'll sit at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third here. 3-3 contest in the bottom of the third. Ware's pitch. Outside for a ball. And they'll load them up again. Well, this is where they were at the bottom of the first. Was bases loaded, and ICC was able to get out of that inning with minimal damage done. Now we're back to the top part of the lineup here. As this is going to be Gonzalez 0 for 2 on the day. A ground out to third and a fly out to right. As that pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. One and one now is the count. Bases full of Trojans here. Ducks on the Pond being brought to you by Samstown Market in Manatachee. That pitch paints the corner for a strike. 1-2 now, the count. This is Gonzalez at the dish. Ware set to deliver. And a little hesitant on the swing, but does foul it off. 1-2 will stay the count here on Gonzalez. 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 out. Ware's pitch. Just missing outside. Almost got him to pull the trigger on it. So waiting on the 2-2 count here. And got him swinging at that one for strike 3. Good call by the umpires. He was thought he checked his swing, but he did follow through with it. And so that will be another Renaissance Bank strikeout. The 4th of the game. That's a big one. That's 2 outs now. And this will be Rogers coming to the plate. And he takes that first pitch in there for a strike. Rogers 0 for 1 with a walk on the day. Did score a run. Struck out swinging in his most recent at-bat. That pitch in there for strike 2. 0-2 now is the count. Ware doing a great job of quickly getting ahead of Rogers here. So now Rogers is going to have to guard the dish. Can the Indians find their way out of the inning? Not with that pitch there. Is this outside for a ball? Bases loaded here for Delta. 3-3 is the score. 1-2 is the count. Ware on the hill. Rogers at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. Indians looking for the exit. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman can get it. Will step on it. And ICC gets out of the jam with no damage done. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and bases left loaded. As that will end the 3rd inning. 3-3 is your score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Welcome back as we move now to the fourth inning. 3-3 is your score. ICC just got out of a big-time bases-loaded jam there in the home half of the third. It'll be Kent, Green, and Stallnaker scheduled up here for ICC. Cagle is still on the heel here for the Trojans. Pitch high and outside for a ball. Kent was hit by a pitch in his only at bat so far. He enters the season with a .407 batting average, as this one is ripped down the line and just foul. As Kent was thinking multiple extra bases on that one. 1-1 now is the count. He's got 22 hits on the year. He's scored 10 runs, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. He does have 14 RBIs. He's walked 6 times and has been hit by 2 pitches now. And he's struck out 5 times. Turns on that pitch and fouls it off. 1-2 now is the count here to Kent. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no out. Kent, the shortstop, leading us off here for the Indians. Pops this one up, left fielder. Oh, this one could carry. It's back to the wall and close. Again, as we say, folks, the way the wind's blowing today, it could be quite the adventure anytime the ball gets up in the air. That was another one there as the left fielder that time called him off and then kind of had to jog back 3, which is really weird because the way the wind's blowing today is actually blowing in, so I don't know if it caught a updraft or what there, as it jumped off the bat a little bit more than he was expecting. As that pitch high for a ball. As this is Green at the plate. Green struck out looking. He came into this series batting .286. Hammers that one. Center fielder's going to jog over and will make the catch for out number 2. Well, the Indians hitting the ball hard, just playing atom ball right now, hitting everything right at them. As this will be Stallnaker coming to the plate. Stallnaker batting .353 on the year. Getting the start out in left field. He had an RBI single. Advanced on the throw, eventually came around to score. Part of that 3-run third inning for the Indians, or excuse me, 3-run second inning for the Indians. As Stallnaker turns on that pitch, fouls it off, strike 1. We'll try to take a live look at softball in the exchange of the inning here. ICC and Delta getting together. As that pitch hits him. And looks like it also may have came off and unfortunately caught the catcher as well. So a 2-out hit batter, third hit batter of the day, as umpire's going to come out and give the catcher a chance to kind of collect himself. And I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's go ahead and check on softball.
At the plate right now for Itawamba. Second baseman. Lauren Brown. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on third in front of her. Pitch is going to be called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Brown.
Back to live action here. As you saw, ICC up in that one, 1-0. Early goings of the contest there in softball. Good to see the young man from Delta able to shake that one off, as that is Diaz behind the plate. As that pitch outside for a ball. Do have a runner over at first with 2 outs. That was Stallnaker that was hit by a pitch. Third time today that an ICC batter's been hit by a pitch. Ferris at the plate. He had that 2-run single his last time up. He came into the series batting .214. Fouls this one off. 1-1 is the count. He's got 6 hits on the season, 7 runs, 3 doubles, 9 RBI now. So he's working with a 1-1 count with 2 outs and a runner on first here for the Indians. Chases a pitch well outside the zone there. Beautiful pitch, confusing Stallnaker there. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first here for the Indians. Looking for the pitch here. Runner goes. A little hit and run action. A flare out to the right side. Is it going to stay fair? No, it just goes foul. Great hit and run idea there for the Indians. Unfortunately, couldn't get that one to stay fair, as that one probably would have scored a run, as Stallnaker got a great jump on the pitch there. So Delta catching a big-time break. 1-2 will stay the count. So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Cagle. That pitch high, 2-2 now is the count. Still 2 outs in the inning here. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. So we mentioned 2 outs in the inning and a runner at first. Ferris awaiting the pitch. And fouls it off. Keep the at-bat alive here. And we'll sit at 2-2. Pretty good little crowd coming out for ICC today. They got fans in front of us here at the bottom of the screen. Also filling up the visiting bleachers pretty good to our right. Delta also with a good crowd out on a cool Friday afternoon. Thought about the pickoff. No throw, as Stallnaker will dive back in without an issue. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Cagle. This one hammered. Could be trouble if it stays fair, and it does. Oh, my goodness. He called that a foul ball. Let's go back and look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. That thing was a foot inside the line. Here's the pitch, and you're going to see it. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Break there for Delta. As you saw plenty of grass between the ball and the line there. So the count will go 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's how it typically happens. If you get a call that goes against you in that, you're going to be upset and not be able to focus and get back in that one. So tough break there for the Indians as strike 3 is called. I tell you what, let's go back and watch a little of softball action going on. And we'll watch that during the break.
And fielded by third baseman Tashika Carruthers. And that brings to the plate Graham. That's Taylor Graham. Graham playing left field here in game 2 for Indians at Itawamba. 2 outs now. And nobody on in front of Graham. going to lay off that pitch. It's going to be called a strike. The 2-0 pitch going to catch the outside part of the plate.
Welcome back to live action here as we move now to the bottom of the 4th inning as Indians, man, just got the short end of the stick on what was clearly an extra base hit by Ferris, called a foul ball. But you got to play through it. And so this will be Bridges to start us off here for the Trojans as that pitch high for a ball. Bridges, Diaz, and Count scheduled up. And this is the guys that did some damage as part of that 3-run bottom of the first. It was a single by Bridges. He walked and stole a base in his last at-bat, was left stranded in scoring position. And then you've got Diaz, who had a 2-run double. He walked and was left stranded in his last at-bat. And then Counts also singled. There's going to be a ground ball that's going to get through for another base hit for Bridges. His second hit here in game 1. And a nice job starting the inning off there on a positive note for the Trojans. So this will bring Diaz to the plate. As we mentioned, a 2-run double in the first, walk and was left stranded in his most recent at-bat. So he will dig in here with a runner at first and no outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here as Diaz liked the song there as he got a little dance at home plate. Or maybe just trying to stay warm. So waiting the first pitch here. It's in there for strike 1. 0-1 is the count here to Diaz. Good to see him able to stay in the game as he was kind of, the ball hit the batter of ICC, came back and hit him as well as he was shaken up, but was able to stick around and finish off the inning as that pitch missing high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, runner at first here for the Trojans. 3-3 is the score here in the bottom of the 4th. Toss over to first, not in time. So 1-1 is the count after the toss over. This is going to be a flare. It's going to be out of play. And now the count will go 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, runner at first. 3-3 is the score. It was 3 in the bottom of the first for the Trojans. ICC answered with 3 in the top of the second. That pitch in there for strike 3. And a good job by the home plate umpire coming in, or excuse me, infield umpire coming in and issuing a warning here as Diaz and Ware both had something to say to each other after that strikeout. That was the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Coach Collier wanting to come out and talk to the infield umpire as well. I thought he came out and issued a warning to both players in that situation. And so he'll go back and talk to Ware after that strikeout. First out of the inning. And now this will bring Connor Counts to the plate. Counts will dig in with 1 out. He singled in his first at bat. Pickoff over to first is not in time. He flew out to center to end the second in his most recent at bat. So Counts digging in. That ball in the dirt, blocked up nicely by Collier. Runner unable to advance, ball 1. So 1-0 is the count here to Counts. He's playing first base here in game 1. And they're going to look the runner back to first once again. 1-0 is the count here to Counts. That pitch inside is going to get away, and the runner will advance to second on the wild pitch. So now the go ahead and run in scoring position here for the Trojans. 2-0 is the count here to Counts. So Ware needs to come back and find the zone in this one. 2-0 is the count here to Counts. Ware will check the runner at second. Now delivers. Swing and a miss by Counts on the breaking pitch. Couldn't catch up with it there. 2-1 now is the count. So the count will stay at 2-1. One out. Runner at second. This one popped up. Could be trouble. Third baseman's going to chase over. Carries too far. Shortstop couldn't get to it. Falls foul for strike two. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Counts at the plate. You've got Bridges, who started the inning off with a single, advanced on the wild pitch. He was followed by Diaz for the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Ware. And so now he's looking for his 6th here with a 2-2 count. Runner goes, throw down is in time. Nicely done there by Collier. The umpire waited before punching him out, as he will be erased in that situation. Caught stealing 2-5 on the put out there. And so now 2 outs in the inning, and the count goes full here to Counts. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout, and still some jawing going on back and forth between the dugouts as Ware heads, and the coaches need to take control of that. You hear Coach Collier getting after Ware as he heads to the sideline. Timeout, we'll take it with them and be back with more right after this.
That's what you do, but I just don't know which way to turn. I'm about to dance in my brain.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the 5th inning. ICC and Delta tied at 3 here, as this will be Treadaway, the 1-2-3 batters, due up here for the Indians as he fouls this one off for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Treadaway. He walked his last time up, flew out to right in his first at bat. That pitch just a bit outside. 1-1 now is the count. Welcome everyone that's watching, and say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of Mississippi Delta this afternoon. As always, a special hello to our ICC faithfuls. That pitch runs inside. 2-1 now is the count. Happy to be able to come out and help out our good buddy Jason Connor here at Delta. Softball got moved up to today from Saturday because of rain. So they need a little help out here staffing the game. So we're going to jump in and do our best here. As that pitch fouled off. 2-2 now is the count. You got Raphael Henry running the camera for us today. I'm Adam Gore. Cal Brown is keeping up with social media for baseball and softball. He's also doing PA here at the game. So that pitch inside, 3-2 now goes the count. So the count goes full here to Treadaway. We talked about it. He walked in his last at-bat. See if he can do the same here, or maybe come up with his first hit of the game. 3-2 pitch. This one swung on, foul back, out of play. And we'll do it all over again. This is still Cagle on the hill here, as he's working with a 3-2 count. And that's going to be a walk to start the inning. Nice at bat there to foul off a couple of pitches, keep the at bat alive, and then ultimately draw the walk to start the inning here.
Now batting number 14, Bryson Jackson.
And this will be Bryson Jackson coming to the plate. We may have a little bit of a slow stroll to the mound here as the coach is going to come out. And I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's go check on some, well, they're taking a break in softball. We'll take a break with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, we will get you back.
Welcome back. No change made there for the Trojans, as we're in the top of the fifth inning here. 3-3 is your score. ICC with a runner at first, no outs, and this is going to be Jackson coming to the plate here for the Indians. He's 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out to center and a ground out to second. Shows bunt, pops it up, and the third baseman charging in that time, so couldn't adjust quickly enough to get to it. Would have been a heck of a play to get to it either way. And so that will go for strike one. So the Indians trying to play a little small ball here, see if they can advance the runner, see if they stick with it here with Jackson. He is the DH here in game one. So 0-1 the count here to Jackson. He is going to show bunt again. This time pulls back, snap throw down to first is not in time. And that will even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Jackson looking for his first hit of the game. ICC has only had 2 so far. It's been 5 scattered. Is that pitch missing for a ball? Indians have not had a hit in 10 at-bats. This is actually the 11th at-bat. Shows the bunt, lays it down, and it's going to be a sacrifice bunt executed perfectly there for the Indians as the runner able to advance to second. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. They meet Tuesday nights across from us at the Davis Event Center, as they remind you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. So with that sacrifice bunt, the runner advanced to second. Now there is 1 out, and this is McCarthy, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. That pitch runs inside, nearly hits him. Call ball 1. He flew out to right to start the third inning. And he struck out part of that 3 up, 3 down first, and wears one there. 4th batter to be hit by a pitch today, so the Indians have actually been hit by the ball more than they've hit the ball here in game one. Not normally a formula for success, but it is a 3-3 contest right now. Runners on first and second, and this will be Butler, who is also 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Cagle getting set to deliver the pitch. A breaking pitch that, like for a second, the umpire wanted to call a strike, but said it hung up a little bit too tall. 1-0 is the count. Runners at first and second with only one out here. We're in the top of the fifth. Going to look the runner back to second. And the count will stay 1-0. Butler, the first baseman. Looks at that pitch inside for a ball. He entered the series with a .304 batting average. He's got a team-high 14 RBIs coming into this series. Would love to add to that if he could here with something down to the outfield. Instead, pops it up. First baseman's going to drift over. Plenty of room to play over there at first, but it's going to get out of play. And so that will go for strike one. Again, that wind probably helped carry that one out as it looked like it was going to stay in play, as they've got a lot of room behind the plate and to left and right of the plate in foul territory. So the Indians catch a break there. 2-1 now, the count to Butler. ICC trying to open up this tied contest with the base hit. Swinging and a miss. Nice job taking a little bit of pace off that one, that time by Cagle. Butler way ahead of that one. Now the count evens up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. First and second are where the runners are here for the Indians. That pitch missing low for a ball. Now the count goes full at 3-2. We've seen the Trojans load the bases a couple of times today. ICC is yet to be in that situation. A walk here would do it. Awaiting the 3-2 pitch. Cagle taking his time. Now delivers. Hard hit ball, and it's going to be right to the third baseman. He'll step on the bag. Can he turn two? The throw across the way. In time for a Little Caesars double play. Great job there by the Trojans as the third baseman almost for a second forgot to step on the bag. Did so, rocketed it across for the out. And boy, talk about a timely Little Caesars double play to get out of the inning there with no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. But before we do, let's hear from Little Caesars and more right after this.
All right, Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. Whoa!
Is this little fat kid?
Birthday cake comes in. It is so cute. My dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa. Have you tried the new bacon ones?
There are bacon ones?
Pizza.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen, with a team of hosts like no other.
For the folks that are listening, I mean, yeah, there is egg salad, but Drew is bringing like a refrigerated, like a pack. So
it's going to be refrigerated.
Egg salad,
yeah.
24-hour egg salad.
Yeah.
We're dropping like flies.
Join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3-3 is your score as we get set to head to the bottom of the fifth inning after a Little Caesars double play. Got the Trojans out of the jam in the top half of the inning. It'll be Oswalt, Turner, and Neal scheduled up here for Delta. There's a breaking pitch, missing low for a ball. Oswalt is basically no at bat today. He's walked and had a sacrifice fly. That pitch up high, ball 2. Drove in a run, back of part of that 3-run first inning with a sacrifice fly. He walked and was eventually left stranded on another bases loaded situation for the Trojans. That was back in the 3rd inning. Second time they've left bases loaded today, as 2-1 is the count. This one fouled right back, and I tell you what, I don't know who that fan is down there sitting where that ball hit. They're either one, asleep, or a stone cold killer, because they did not flinch when that ball came right back in their face. 2-2, that pitch high for a ball. Count goes full now here on Oswalt. He's playing at third base. He was the one that sparked that double play to end the inning. Of course, those double plays being brought to you by Little Caesars. This is ripped, and that's going to be fair. This is going to go for extra bases. Oswalt rounding first. The throw will be cut off by the shortstop, and that'll be a double to start the inning there for the Trojans. Almost said Bulldogs. That is most definitely not Holmes. What a nice start to the inning. This will be Turner coming to the plate. Reached on an error in his first at bat, singled when left stranded back in the 3rd. And so a great opportunity once again here for the Trojans to step in and see if they can break this tie here, 3-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Ware still on the heel for the Indians. He's got 6 Renaissance Bank strikeouts of the day. That pitch missing low for a ball. He's scattered 6 hits, has walked 6. As that pitch finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. Runner at second after that double by Oswalt to start the inning. Awaiting the 1-1 offering here. This one fouled off, backing out of play. 1-2 now will be the count here on Oswalt. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, runner at second. 3-3 is the score here in the bottom of the 5th. Checks the runner, now delivers. Rip right up the middle, shortstop had it, lost it though. Another error there at short by the Indians. Second time that Turner has reached on an error. And the runner able to advance on the play as well. So now runners on the corners here for the Trojans. And this will bring Neal to the plate. Neal is 0 for 1 with the walk. He struck out looking back in the 3rd inning, walked, but was left stranded in the 1st. And boy, the Indians really got their back against the wall now. No outs, runners on the corners. Going to show bunt and attempts at it. And they're going to call a foul ball. A little bit of a delay call on the foul there. So that will go for strike 1. Neal is the DH today. He's working with an 0-1 count. He's going to show bunt again. Infield going to creep in on the left side. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's perfect. Sacrifice bunt will get the run across, and Delta takes the lead. And you can't draw it up any better than that there, as that's going to be an RBI for Neal. And it was Oswalt that came around to score. 4-3 now is the score. And so this will be Barajas at the plate, stands in and takes that pitch for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Barajas. Runner at second with 1 out after that sacrifice bunt, which is being brought to you by The ICC Wesley Foundation reminded you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC Wesley Foundation. Big swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count. So 4-3 now. Delta with the lead. Would love to pick up an insurance run here. This pitch fouled off, out of play, strike 2. So 1-2 now the count here on Barajas. 0 for 1 with the walk. Walked in his most recent at bat. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch here from Ware. Checks the runner. Now delivers. Breaking pitch, and it's fouled back, and ouch. That one right into the face of the home plate umpire, and Collier's going to take a little bit of a walk out there and drop the ball off to his pitcher and allow the home plate umpire to catch his breath. As he seems to be okay, it's one of those, more than anything, as he gives a thumbs up over to the ICC dugout, more than anything, kind of scares you more than it hurts you, as that one just kind of popped up on him off the bat. 1-2 is the count here on Barajas after that foul ball. Ware's pitch. Inside, gets away, and the runner will advance on the wild pitch. Been a bit of a struggle today for Ware. His second wild pitch that has allowed a runner to advance in scoring position. Actually, third wild pitch. Is that one high, and Collier somehow found that one. Dove to his right. The ball rose up on him. He just threw the glove up there to catch it. If he don't, the run scores easy with Collier falling in that situation. 3-2 pitch. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3. Beautiful Renaissance Bank strikeout there. 7th of the game for Ware. Second out of the inning. We flip it now to the top of the lineup. And this is Gonzalez coming to the plate. So Gonzalez will dig in with a runner at third. And that one nearly hits him. So 1-0 is the count. This one runs in, but left high for a ball. ICC faithful, not a big fan of that one there. I'll be honest with you, it's been hit or miss with those pitches up high for both teams, so you really can't necessarily fuss because he's been consistently inconsistent both ways. And that's a phrase coined by Steve Diffie over at Holmes. As 3-0 now is the count. That one right down the middle for a strike. And again, I'm not upset with it because, as I said, he's been that way with both teams today, as he's not really given both pitcher a lot of pitches up high. That one in there for a strike. 3-2 now is the count. Nice job by Ware battling back to force the count full. 2 outs, a runner at third. Pitch on its way, breaking pitch, and again, that one up high. And as I said, he's not giving that pitch consistently today. And so that will be a walk, a 2-out walk, and it's a big one. And we'll have the slow stroll to the mound here. May have a change coming up for the Indians. Breaking the action. Let's go check out some softball.
Welcome back. Number 2, Jenna Whitfield at the plate. I believe they're around 3 or 4 in the hitting order. That's her first time at bat facing Callie Henderson, and that is going to be a ground ball right to Ella McCain. McCain throwing it over to Madison Nash at first out. Number 1. Cleanup hitter here for Itawamba A.B. Martyr laying off that first pitch. Low into the inside. One ball, no strikes. Lays off that pitch. That one barely misses to the outside. I don't know. Wasn't for it all. Off the plate. 2-0 count for Martyr. Martyr, designated player. Gonna lay off that pitch, but it's gonna be called a strike. So 2 balls and a strike. Just the 1 out, nobody on. Here in the top of the 3rd, and Martyr gonna file this one straight back to even up the count.
Welcome there. You saw ICC up 3-0 in softball action. New pitcher in the game here. A call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank. This is going to be Billingsley entering to bat, or excuse me, entering to pitch, I should say. And it'll be Rogers to greet him. Rogers 0 for 2 on the day with a walk, a strikeout, and he also grounded out to second. That was to end the 3rd. That pitch missing low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to Rogers. He's playing in right field today. There is 2 outs in the innings with runners on the corners. Showed bunt, and that's going to be a free pass to second. And that one called a strike. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Billingsley on the hill here in relief of Ware. Runners on the bags, they belong to Ware. Billingsley taking his time here. And a breaking pitch that hangs up, and Indians are struggling with the breaking balls today. They're not able to pull the string on them quite enough to get them to break into the zone. That one hung up high for Billingsley. 2-1 now is the count. There's one, finds enough of the zone for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. Again, that zone is just weird, as that one looked to be a little bit low and outside, so a break for the Indians. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Can Billingsley find the exit? See if he gets his first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. Or can the Trojans keep it going? That pitch instead runs inside for a ball. And so now the count will go full here to Rogers. So full count here to Rogers. Billingsley on the hill. 2 outs with runners on second and third. Pitch on its way. A flare that's going to get through, and that's going to score them both. Clutch hit there for the Trojans. The throw is in time. Well, excuse me. I said it was going to score them both, but a great throw and tag at the plate. They do get one of the runs to score, though, as they take the 5-3 lead. Let's go back and look at this one at the Little Caesars, or excuse me, a Little Caesars instant replay here. And you're going to see the throw coming in time there as Collier got him dead to rights. Beautiful throw from right to get that and end the inning. But they do put 2 runs on the board, 5-3. Trojans with the lead. Back with more right after this.
That's what you do, but I just don't know which way to turn. I'm about to dance in my brain.
Try Little Caesars Stuffed Crazy Crust. Everyone loves it, including Justin Jefferson and all his friends.
Stuffed crust? Buttery garlic spread?
That looks mighty delicious, Justin. It sure does, Mr. Pumpernickel. And at $9.49, it's the lowest price in stuffed crust with no strings attached. No strings attached? You want a piece of me?
No, Mr. Pumpernickel. Justin, run.
Order delicious stuffed Crazy Crust for $9.49 and get your game day delivered with Little Caesars.
Pizza.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the top of the 6th inning. 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. 5-3 now. Delta with the lead here in game 1 of 2. Coach Andy Kirk checking in this afternoon, trying to get both the softball team and baseball team fired up here as they're in the Delta. Is that pitch missing for a ball? The softball team, last I checked, was up 3-0. That first pitch missing for a ball. This is Collier, Kent, and Green. That pitch missing as well. So the Indians need to see if they bounce back. Just like they did earlier in the game, Delta scored 3 in the first. ICC answered with 3 in the top of the second. This one hit hard. It's deep. It's to the scoreboard. Will it get out of the ballpark? No, it will not. The wind kept it in that time, and a catch up against the wall. And a big-time fly out there. Boy, tough break for Collier. Any other day, that one's out of the ballpark, but the wind kept it in there. But let's give credit where credit's due out there in left field by Barajas, as that was a tough play, as he looked like Spider-Man stuck against the wall out there, able to reel that one in for out number 1. That pitch missing low for a ball. Well, if you hit that one maybe to right field that way, it's might have a chance to get out. But as we said, it's a windy day today, as there's going to be a grounder, and the second baseman will boot it. And so that will get a runner on the base for the Indians. Yep, I have to call that an error. As that one just ate him up that time. And so now ICC with the runner on. And this will bring Green to the plate. 1 out. We're in the top of the 6th. Is that pitch missing low and outside for a ball. Runner at first. That's Kent, who reached on the error. And that one low and inside for a ball. Gets away, but a nice job there by Diaz to block that one up and keep it from getting away from him. Runner would have to stay at first. Again, there's a lot of real estate behind home plate, so if the ball does get away from the catcher today, you can run for a while. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Nice job there by Cagle to come back. Or excuse me, actually we got a new pitcher in the game. Excuse me, I got to go find who this young man is. This is Burton in the game here. This one hit hard. If it stays fair, it's trouble, and it is. This one's going to go for extra bases, and then to the corner. They're going to ask the run. No, they're going to hold the runner at third. And a big-time clutch hit there for the Indians. That's what you're looking for there as ICC comes up with that clutch hit. That's going to be a double off the bat of Green, his first hit of the day. Good job of quickly getting that one back in to keep the runner from scoring there. Now this is going to be Stallnacker coming to the plate. Tying run at second here for the Indians. 1 out. That pitch missing low and inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count here. Stallnaker is 1 for 1. He had an RBI single. Back in the second, was hit by a pitch. That pitch missing outside. 2-0 now is the count. Well, as we said, the Indians see if they can answer like they did earlier in the game. It was 3 in the bottom of the first by Delta. ICC answered with 3 in the top of the second. 2 in the bottom of the fifth. And that's 5-3 now as that pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. But the Indians do have the tying run at second with 1 out here in the top of the sixth. That pitch barely missing outside. One of those you kind of had to hold up on as it was good looking pitch, but the umpire didn't like it. 3-1 now is the count here to Stallnaker. This one hammered. Going back, is it going to have enough to get out of the ballpark? And it is not, but it will be enough to score the run. So that will be a sacrifice fly for the Indians. Runner advances from second to third in that situation. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. They're going down to Florida for their spring break mission trip. As the coach coming out calling time, want to come out and talk to his pitcher. Tell you what, let's go and check on some softball, see how things are going over there.
And that one's going to be right down the middle, called a strike. 2-2. And Satsuki going to put this one in play. It's going to be caught by first baseman Lauren Brown. That's going to do it for the third inning, and we'll...
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back. We're in the top of the sixth with 2 outs here in the inning. Tying run at third, and that pitch across for a strike. 0-1 is the count. This is Ferris at the plate here for the Indians. You've got Green over at third. That ball gets away, and that's going to allow the run to score. We've got a tie ball game. Well, that's what we said. If the ball ever gets away in that situation, there's a lot of territory behind home plate, and a great job by Ferris to quickly recognize that. And he will score on the pass ball, and we're tied at 5. Well, the Indians do it again. They answer after giving up 2 in the previous inning. They bounce back with 2 runs of their own here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. But ICC finds a pair of runs to tie it up at 5. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
That's what you do, but I just don't know where to turn. I'm about to dance in my brain.
Enjoy. Stuffed crust, buttery garlic spread. Little Caesars really stepped it up with their stuffed crazy crust.
They really jazzed it up. Yeah!
They really plussed this crust up.
They really dolled it up. Everyone out my house. How did y'all even get in here?
The housekeeper gave me a key.
Order stuffed crazy crust for $9.49 and get your game day delivered with Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
And she has Callie Henderson's number. I mean, it is Takes that inside.
Jump back
pitch,
and look at
head down,
softball.
and
A home run, I believe that was
out into left
Shands,
field again.
who just tattooed that one to put ICC up 4-1. We'll continue to watch a little bit more of the softball before we get started back here at baseball, where we're tied at 5-all.
Extending the lead for Itawamba, and that is going to bring number 5, Houston Ray Grantham, the catcher from Flora, Mississippi, out of Tri-County Academy, to the plate.
Back to live action here as we move now to the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-all is your score here in game 1 between ICC and Delta. Billingsley on the hill here for ICC. Bridges, Diaz, and Counts scheduled up, and these are the guys that's been making it happen today here for Delta. So important part of the lineup here for Delta. They want to see if they can scratch across a run. ICC would love to get a 3-up, 3-down inning here and hopefully not have to see them again in this contest. That pitch missing, 2-0 is the count. And that one misses as well, 3-0. And so it looks like Collier was kind of wanting a definition of where that pitch was, and the umpire wouldn't give it to him, and then the umpire shows that it was low. And again, like I said, the strike zone has kind of floated all day today, and that pitch inside for ball 4. I mean, at this point in the game, it is what it is, and you've got to play through it. And that walk, second time today that Bridges has reached on a walk. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of walks. And that's what I'm saying. These guys right here in the 3, 4, 5 is doing a good job of, one, either putting the bat on the ball or finding a way to get on base. So now you got Bridges, who's in center field. He's shown off his speed today out in the outfield, having to chase down some wild fly balls. And so now this will be Diaz. He doubled in a couple of runs back in the first, walked, and then struck out. He will dig in with no outs and a runner at first. Shows bunt. Pops it up, and the pitcher will be there to make the play. Nice job there by Billingsworth to get the first out of the inning. Tough break there, though, if you're a Trojans fan, as you were trying to play a little small ball to advance the runner, but unable to advance on that one. So now this will be Counts. Struck out looking, flown out to center, and he also has a single to his credit today. Snap throw to first, not in time. Got to be careful there, as that one nearly got away. You don't want to put any of the speed that you've already got on the bases any closer to home here. Counts will dig in. That pitch drifts inside for a ball. 1-0 now is to the first baseman, Counts. Five is your score. As that breaking pitch drops in, but a little bit too high. 2-0 now is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. That is the situation here for Counts. Runner at first for the Trojans. Billingsley pitch, that one inside, but finds enough of the zone for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to Counts. Bridges walked. There was a bunt attempt by Diaz that popped up back to the pitcher. 1 out, runner unable to advance. Snap throw to first, once again not in time. And we'll stay at 2-1 here with the first baseman, Counts, at the plate. 2-1 pitch. This one popped up. Third baseman's going to give chase. A lot of room, as we said, but that one will drift out of play. And so we'll go 2-2 now here to Counts. That's one of those, if you're caught being lazy and don't necessarily chase that one down, that's when the wind, the way it's blowing today, blows it back in the park. So got to run them out here. As we said, a lot of territory and foul territory to be able to chase some of these fly balls down. As now the count will go 2-2 here to Counts. Runner at first. Billingsley pitch. Hangs up high and outside. Count goes full now at 3-2. So waiting the 3-2 offering here. Runner should be in motion for the Trojans on the pitch. He is, and that's going to be another walk. Nice at bat by Counts. Fouled off some pitches, kept the AB alive, and eventually drew the walk. So now to put runners at first and second with only one out. This will bring Oswalt to the plate. Trouble here as he doubled and scored in his previous at bat. He's 1 for 1 with the walk and a sacrifice fly. He's also got an RBI on the day. Looking to add to that total here. That pitch finds the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count to Oswalt, the third baseman. Bridges, he's getting a healthy lead on that last pitch, so you may want to be careful here that somebody doesn't sneak in behind him in this situation. Now he's going to be held a little bit closer. Billingsley pays him a lot of attention. There's a hit ball. Shortstop's going to find it. There's one, and coming back to third, but he did not round the bag there, so he will be a fielder's choice for Oswalt. 6-4 on the putout of Counts. So now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to bring Turner to the plate. He reached on an error. He's reached on an error twice today. Both of those been hit to shortstop, and Kent has had a little trouble getting him out. He's also got a single. He's scored 1 run, has been left stranded twice in scoring position. So now a big part of the ball game here. Bottom of the 6th, 5-5 is the score. Runner at third. Runners at the corners here for the Trojans. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Turner. He is the shortstop for the Trojans. Look the runner over at first. Billingsley staring him down. Now we'll get set to deliver. Runner goes. They will fake the throw, so they'll let the runner have second without an issue there. So now both runners in scoring position. That pitch called a ball. 1-1 is the count here to Turner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on second and third here for the Trojans. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Billingsley trying to find his way out of the inning here. Breaking pitch, fouled off, and ouch. Don't let that one's off the catcher right there, maybe off the top of his head. Home plate umpire is going to walk this one out to the pitcher just to give Collier a chance to gather himself there. Now the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third here for the Trojans. 5-5 is the score. You've got Turner at the plate. Billingsley on the hill here. 1-2 is the count. Pitch coming. And good eye on that part. As that one drifts inside high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count, so we'll set it up all over again. Billingsley getting set to deliver the 2-2 offering here. In there for strike 3. Beautiful Renaissance Bank strikeout for Billingsley to get out of the jam. We'll head to the 7th, tied at 5. Let's go check out some more softball across the way.
Way off the first pitch, going to be called a strike. High and inside. Ball 1, 1-1 count. Martyr impatient here. Facing Henderson, and Martyr going to pop this one up shallow center field, and it is going to be caught. Trojan center fielder Zaria Wells going to be there to make the catch, and that's going to do it for the top half of the 4th inning. We'll step aside for just a second.
That's what you do, but I just don't know which way to turn. I'm about to dance in my pants.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. 5-5 is your score for ICC to be the 1-2-3 batters scheduled up here in the top of the 7th. It's been quite the battle between these two squads today, as it was 3 runs in the bottom of the 1st by Delta. ICC answered with a trio of runs in the top of the 2nd. And we had a kind of a replay, if you will, there in the 5th and the 6th when Delta scored 2. And ICC answered with 2 of their own in the top of the 6th. We're in the 7th as that pitch in there for a strike to Treadaway, who is 0 for 1 today with a pair of walks. Delta is the home team, so they will have the final at-bat of this one. Beautiful pitch there across for strike 2. I believe this is still Burton on the hill here for the Trojans. Grounder over the head of the pitcher. It will get through for a hit. So a leadoff single. I can check my stats. That might be the first time today. Yes, it is. First time today that ICC has got the leadoff batter on base. And so this will be Jackson coming to the plate now. Jackson is 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice bunt in his last at bat. Showing bunt again. This time stabs at it. Strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to the DH Jackson. So he will await the pitch here. He's going to square to bunt again. Pulls back, and that one called a strike. Well, that's that no man's land there, and Coach Collier's going to come down and say something. And again, I can't blame Coach Collier for calling this one, because a while ago he was not calling those strikes. But in the home plate umpire's defense, he's been sporadic all day in that spot. So you darned if you do, darned if you don't attempt at those, because he's just inconsistently called that for a ball or strike today. So 0-2 is the count, and a swing and a miss. And a beautiful job coming back there after giving the single to start the inning to get the Renaissance Bank strikeout from Burton. I've got that as his second first out of the inning, runner at first. And this will bring McCarthy to the plate. McCarthy 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Swings and just finds the piece of that one. It'll go for strike 1. 0-1 is the count here to McCarthy. 1 out, runner at first. 5-5 is the score here in the top of the 7th. McCarthy looks at that pitch outside for a ball. Diaz covers it up nicely to keep the runner over at first. So 1-1 now is the count here to the right fielder. He'll dig in. Runner goes. Throw is not in time, and that'll be a stolen base. So a steal for the Indians to put the runner in scoring position. That was Treadaway nabbing second. It was called a ball, so 2-1 now is the count here. 5-5 is the score, top of the 7th. McCarthy at the plate. Looks at that pitch, falls off the table a bit too soon. 3-1 now is the count. Three balls, one strike, one out. Runner at second here for the Indians in the top of the 7th. 5-5 contest. Burton at the hill, McCarthy at the plate. Burton will step off and reset. And McCarthy looking to see if it was not going to be called a balk in that situation, but he and apparently that might be Burton's dad that is down there, as he quickly barking at the ICC fans that thought that was a balk. Said that was one disengagement. It looked like a balk. Either way it goes, 3-1 is the count. That pitch, a beautiful pitch in there for a strike. 3-2 now is the count. Nice job coming back to find the zone there. And so now count full here. One out and a runner at second. McCarthy awaiting the pitch. Checks his swing, and they're going to say he went. Or actually, I don't know what the umpire called, because the ball was in the dirt, come up and tagged him for the out, so they're going to say he did swing on it there. And so now that's going to be 2 outs. Again, as I said a couple of innings ago, by now it is what it is. You just got to play through it. And so now with 2 outs, that's back-to-back strikeouts. And this is going to be Butler at the plate. 0-1 is the count. Third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Burton. Indians with the go-ahead run at second, but there is 2 outs here in the inning. That one's going to be hit. It's a fair ball down the third baseline. This is going to score the run for the Indians, and it's going to go for a double for ICC. A clutch hit off the bat of Butler. So a double for Butler, his first hit of the day, and it's a huge one as it pushes the run across there. And now this will be Collier coming to the plate. Basically just trading places there with Treadaway. That was a big stolen base for Treadaway as he was able to score easily there. 6-5 now, ICC with the lead. Collier, that ball's going to get away. Runner will be able to advance from second to third. As we said, a lot of real estate behind home plate here. And that is a big wild pitch, as that will allow the runner to advance. So it's Collier now. Big chance to add an insurance run here with a base hit. Trojans looking for the exit. There is 2 outs here in the inning. Collier gave one a ride that just would not get out of the ballpark. Now this one popped up a mile high. Center fielder going to have to come charging in and will make the play. That was a lot tougher than it normally is, folks, as that was a great play out there in center field to grab that when you saw the diving effort at the end, as the wind once again sort of threw that one away from him as it was blowing in. But ICC does score 1 run on 2 hits. It was a double down the line by Butler to give ICC the 6-5 lead. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Do the Trojans have a little late game magic in them, or can the Indians close this one out in 1? We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
That's what you do, but I just don't know where to turn. I'm about to dance in my brain.
Enjoy.
Stuffed crust, buttery garlic spread. Little Caesars really stepped it up with their stuffed crazy crust.
They really jazzed it up. Yeah!
They really plussed this crust up. They really dolled it up.
Everyone out my house. How did y'all even get in here?
The housekeeper gave me a key.
Order stuffed Crazy Crust for $9.49 and get your game day delivered with Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen with a team of hosts like no other.
For the folks that are listening, I mean, yeah, there is egg salad, but Drew is bringing like a refrigerated, like a pack. So
it's going to be refrigerated.
Egg salad,
yeah.
24-hour egg salad.
Yeah.
We're dropping like flies.
Join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. ICC leading this one 6-5 here over Delta. That's going to be a hit, and it's just foul down the line. Boy, that would have been a huge way to start the inning there with the extra base hit, but instead an exciting exciting strike one, as this is Neal at the plate. Neal, Barajas, and Gonzalez scheduled up here for the Trojans in the bottom of the 7th. Billingsley, a chance to pick up the win here if he can find a way to get out of this inning with no damage done. Beautiful off-speed pitch. Way ahead of that one was Neal. And that will be strike 2. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes. Neal's going to have to guard the dish here. Pops this one up. It's going to get out of play. And we'll sit at 0-2. This has been a pretty good battle between both these teams today. As ICC taking their first lead of the day here in the top of the 7th. Is that breaking pitch high for a ball? It was Treadaway who started the inning off with a single. First time that ICC got the leadoff batter on today. He stole second, came around to score on a blistering double down the line. As that pitch missing for a ball, and again, the umpire turning his head away before the ball even gets to the plate. And Coach Collier's wanting to come out and express his concerns. And now the Delta coach coming down and
number 2, John.
All right, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. Having to play game administrator today as well. Shows bunt, throws down. It's going to be into the outfield. Runner able to advance after the throw. So I got the first row seat to tell you what happened. It was originally called strike 3. The umpire thought Rick called time before the pitch. And then they come back and said he did not call time. And then the Delta coach argued, said he did, won that argument. And then Rick just let it go. Sorry, I'm out of breath as I ran back up here. Tying run is at second. That one fouled off for a strike. No outs. 1-2 is the count. And they tried the pickoff, and it's going to get into the outfield. Not what the Indians were looking for there. And then thought about trying to throw it to third and nearly booted it a second time. And so now ICC just needs to calm down a little bit, as a little bit rattled after they didn't get that strike 3 called. And then it turned into a walk. And now the runner is over at third, and that represents a tying run. And it should score on this one. Fly ball, and it is reeled in out there and right. The throw is going to be cut off, and we will have a tie ball game. So the argument ends up turning in favor of Delta, and it was a big one, as it does tie the ball game now after it was originally a strikeout, turned into a walk. And this is, I believe, Rogers at the plate. Gonzalez is at the plate. So that last sacrifice fly scored Neal. And so this is Gonzalez at the plate. He represents the winning run. This one blistered down the line, foul for strike 1. So the ICC faithful giving the home plate umpire an earful about calling time a while ago. As there's a breaking pitch, and it misses for a ball. Again, as we said, just hasn't been consistent in that strike zone today, as it's been up and down, balls and strike, different time through. That pitch missing for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. As the catcher was asking where that one was, and the umpire just shakes his head. You can tell right now he is a defeated man behind the home plate just by his body language. As that one fouled back, luckily that just would have made matters worse. And I'm not laughing in that situation at the home plate umpire. I'm just saying he's had a rough inning here. And if that one would have fouled back and hit him, it just would have been one of those. I wouldn't have blamed him and pack it up and just go home. So 3-2 now is the count. 1 out. And it's a walk. Nice at bat by Gonzalez. Second time he's reached on a walk here. And so now the winning run is on base for the Trojans with 1 out. So this will be Rogers coming to the plate now. So the winning run is at first here. It's going to be a flare, and it's going to drop for a base hit. It's going to get out. Are they going to try to get the runner to third? No, he'll stay at second. And that is a clutch hit there. Second hit of the game for Rogers. New batter coming to the plate here, I believe. Nope, this is still going to be Bridges coming to the plate. So with only 1 out, this is going to be Bridges, and he has been red hot today, but ICC wants to take a timeout and talk things over. We'll take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a call to the bullpen here, as this is Robinson coming into the game here for ICC. Runners at first and second. The runner at first, that don't mean anything. Unless Indians can find a double play, then that would be huge to force this one into extra innings. But the run that matters the most here in this ball game is sitting at second for the Trojans. This is Bridges, and if you're Delta, this is the guy you want at the plate. 2 for 2 today. He's got a pair of walks. He has scored a run as well. So he will dig in here with 1 out. Swings to the first pitch he sees, pops it back. Out of play, strike 1. High drama here in the Delta. Winning run at second here for the Trojans. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The center fielder, Bridges, at the plate. Robinson, the new pitcher in the game here for ICC. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Oh, 1 pitch. That one finds the outside edge. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, runners at first and second, but the runner at second's all the Trojans are concerned about right now. Bridges at the plate. 2 for 2 with a pair of walks today and a run scored. Pitch on its way. That one outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss there, high and outside. If he did anything with it, probably just would have found it off in that situation or just popped something up. So the count will go 1-2. That pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Collier to keep the runner at second. Count evens up now at 2-2. Again, if you're the Trojans, this is right where you want to be. With the 3-4-5 batters at the plate, they have been red hot today for Delta. Robinson will check the runner, takes a slight lead. 2-2 pitch. Runs inside. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Nearly hit him. (3-2) is the count. 1 out. Runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Delta trying to find a way to see if they can walk this one off. Robinson getting set to deliver the 3-2 pitch here. And it's inside. He's going to walk it, and that will load the bases. So now the winning run is at third. So the force is at home right now. And this is going to bring up Diaz. Diaz had a 2-run double back in the first. He's walked, struck out, and popped up on a bunt attempt. And so Diaz will dig in here. A base hit wins it. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded for the Trojans. Pitch. Looked low but called a strike. 0-1 is the count. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Anything lifted to the outfield. And that's going to do it. They're going to walk it off as they make the diving effort, and the Trojans will win this one by the final score of 7-6 on a walk-off single by Diaz out to right field. 7-6, Delta with the win. And we'll take a break, and hopefully we'll be able to go into the Renaissance Bank postgame report and be back with more right after this.
That's what you do, but I just don't know which way to turn. I'm about to dance in my pain.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Delta walks it off in the bottom of the 7th. in a wild and confusing baseball game today, folks, as ICC falls by the final score of 7-6 here in Game 1. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know where to start there in the bottom of the 7th, as it was a strikeout originally called. The Delta coach came out and argued it. He got told it was strike 3. He continued to argue that ICC had called time. They did not call time because I was down there on the sideline trying to make sure that Coach Collier stayed cool, calm, and collected on the side. Then the umpires come back, talked it over again, and then that time they said it was time called. So the strikeout did not count. And then the runner, Gonzalez, or excuse me, no, it was Neal, eventually got awarded the first base after a walk. And then he stole and came around to score and tied the ball game. So that's the big story of the game there. It was an out that was overturned after multiple arguments from both coaches. After it was called an out the first time, secured an out, then came back. It was called a no pitch after was awarded time in that situation, which I don't know why any coach in America would have called timeout in that situation. So just a tough break for the Indians because they did have 2 more pitches that allowed the runner to get on, and he eventually got on, tied the game, and Delta took care of business after that. They loaded the bases and then got a walk-off single from Diaz to win it by the final score of 7-6. We're going to take a timeout, sort things out here from Delta, and get ready for Game 2 here in about 30 minutes as ICC falls with a big question mark over Game 1 by the final score of 7-6. Back in 30 minutes here from Delta right after this.
That's what you do, but I